BuckeyeHuddle.com here in Charlotte at the Charlotte Under Armour camp with one of Ohio State's top defensive prospects. That would be four-star defensive end, edge, defensive playmaker, Aiden Harris. Aiden, first of all, how'd the camp go today? What's your thoughts on your performance?
I felt good. I feel like I lost, one or two, because I let them get my chest area, so, that was on me. But it went good, and just really was out here to just work. That's it.
Yeah, you got to show kind of your versatility a little bit today. You lined up in a few different spots along the defensive line for one-on-ones. Is that just part of the package of Aiden Harris in terms of what schools are seeing in you, just your ability to line up in different gaps or out on the edge or however, kind of move you around?
A lot of them want me to move around a lot, so a lot of them want me to move around a lot, so I got to get ready to just be prepared for that, to just move.
Where are things like with Ohio State? You weren't able to make a spring visit to this point. You had to cancel one, but you were up for the Michigan game. Just what's your communication been like with those guys? Where do things stand with them?
We're still setting up an official visit there, so just really waiting for the process to get here, and we just get it set up.
Yeah. Okay. Would that be like in June, maybe?
Yeah, most likely June or a game day visit.
Are you talking to Coach Larry and Coach Day at all? Okay, what's Coach Johnson telling you at this point? Obviously, he's losing 4 defensive linemen to the NFL, but
he just really wants us to come out there to show our talent, because he know what we're capable of. So he's just really waiting for me and Drew to make the decision and to just lock in.
Yep. Obviously, you are being recruited with your brother Andrew, another very talented defensive player. Not here today. I think dealing with a foot injury. Yeah. But how much of that goes into it as far as your relationship with your twin brother? I mean, that's a pretty close bond.
We're making a decision off of both of us. So both teams will get a deal for me and Drew. We're going together regardless.
Yep.
But if it don't work out like that, then it don't.
But the plan is still to do the best you guys can to go to the same place when it's all said and done. Okay. What other schools may you be taking official visits to?
Auburn, Penn State, South Carolina, and NC State.
Okay, that's a good mix. I mean, you got some not in-state, but very local schools.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, NC State's in-state. I got in-state, you got a local, you got an Auburn, you got an SEC school, you got a couple of northern schools you're going to check out. How much does that geography, location, how much do you worry about that?
I ain't really worried about that too much, because wherever I go, my mama and my family coming with me, so not really worried about wherever I, the distance and stuff.
Now, how much did you watch the playoff run this year with Ohio State? Yeah,
I watched it. Watched the whole game. I watched the Notre Dame game. Yeah. Because my cousin is committed to Notre Dame.
Thomas Davis, yes.
I had to give him a hard time about that.
So there's some trash talk about that.
Yeah.
Is Notre Dame in the mix at the moment?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to offer me.
Okay. Still kind of.
Yeah, because I wanted
them on the
with
periphery.
TJ, just waiting for it to happen.
Yep. What did you think of Ohio State's playoff run? I think a lot of people kind of wrote them off after the Michigan game and that you were at.
After the Michigan game, it was just you could tell that they was ready to go back to work after the game, because you can just see when you play a rivalry, it just turns you up to a different mode. You can't really. You could just tell they was ready.
You got a vibe after the game that even though they just kind of suffered a pretty devastating loss, that they were ready to turn the page and push forward.
Yeah.
Why exactly? What was it about the demeanor? Was it just were guys just saying stuff in the locker room? You don't have to share exactly what was said, but what gave you that impression that they were going to be so ready to flip the switch?
You could just tell by the talk that they had, and the message that they were saying in the locker room, and you could tell that they was just ready to go back to work based off of what was said and what was done.
How does that register with you that they let you kind of, as a recruit, they let you kind of in those moments, those really real, raw kind of moments? Because some schools may have just closed the door and said, "Hey, recruits, they need some time. We'll get you in the locker room here later." But you were able to kind of take that all in with them. What was that like for you?
It's normal.
It's normal for you, probably. Yeah, you're used to living it.
Yeah.
As far as just coming visits, what's coming up next for you?
Decision?
Decision? Is that going to be probably like end of June or
Probably
sooner?
Or signing day.
Okay, gotcha. Any visits coming up like in the next couple weeks before spring ball ends that you have scheduled?
I'm going to probably stop by South Carolina.
Okay.
On the way to my dentist appointment.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Aiden, we appreciate your time, man. Great job today. We'll probably be catching up with you here in a month on our southern trip again.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one.